lights are coming on now. 5 red lights are on. RFL Season 12 Round 9 at Baku, and it's lights out and away we go. And who has had a good start here? It certainly has been Lord James as he leads into turn 1. Vapid's looking to take P3 away from Finns, I think there. Oh, that's a McLaren spun round in the background. Not ideal for Tier C Deton there. A lot of movement up and down the field here. I'm going to try and see if we can catch all the action we possibly can as we head into turn 3. Anyone side by side? It is. Oh, I thought that was Craig going to be going off, but he's made it into the corner, but he's still side by side with Vibes. Craig defends that P10 position for now. Lord James leads from JB. Oh, somebody's had a moment somewhere. Octane's out the race. He has had a moment in the castle section, and that's the first safety car of the Grand Prix. Oh, Vasp is out the race as well. He's crashed under the safety car. Oh my, was that? Luz is retired and Deton's up the escape road. What on earth is going on here? Let's have a look. How is Luz retired there under safety car? Lord James going to be controlling the pace here as the safety car goes in, and he will be on his way to begin lap 4. How long is he going to wait down the straight here? He could go early or he could choose to go very late indeed. It's probably ideal for him to go a bit later, but it looks like, is that him going now? Yes it is. Who has he caught sleeping here as we head into turn 1? That is side by side action between the P9 and 10 positions. Craig and Angelo side by side with each other there, and is that Omar potentially trying to get in on the action as well? Head down what is now the back straight. Omar ahead of Kozlesko, ahead of Tom Gorian. Gorian goes up the inside of Kozlesko here, ends turn 3. Can he make the move stick? He certainly can, and that is the Mercedes driver up to P12 now. Very lovely shots here on the camera. Oh, side by side they go. LTK Tari and Vapid 74. Tari makes the move stick as well. Has caught Vapid sleeping a little bit there, I would suggest. And now is that Verklempt trying to get in the action as well? Yes, it certainly is. He goes up the inside of Vapid into the left hand corner. Tom Gorian up to, oh no, not quite up to P11 yet, because Lesko takes the two of them there. There was a bit of ghosting going on there, and I'm not quite sure exactly what was going on, but this group of cars battling it out. There's also going to be a battle for P6. We're going to have to go on to that one. It is Scott overtaking his teammate for this evening as well in what was a double overtake there, so very nice indeed, as Kirby side by side with Omar. Oh, bit of contact, Kozlesko and Tom also side by side just ahead, and it's Tom who is in P11 in that battle. Angelo and Craig side by side as well. It's time for P9, and it is side by side, and we're trying to see as much of the action as we possibly can. Rapid Coot not really on the pace here. He's under pressure from Vibes and he's losing touch. Oh, that's Craig out the race. He has crashed into the castle section as well, and it's safety car number 2. Safety car in this lap now here, and it is Verklempt at the front of the field this time, and he is weaving side to side, and he's just going to wait to pick his moment to put that foot to the floor on that accelerator. And when's he going to go? Is he going to take his time with it, or is he going to try and catch some drivers sleeping? We will shortly see, and he goes now. It is side by side already between the top 3. Kozlesko's having a look. Is that going to allow Tom Gorian to swoop around the outside. He's certainly now side by side with him. There's a few position changes at the back of the field, but Tom, he's trying to go around the outside. Kozlowski's had the inside line as Tari has spun around at the back for Mercedes. That's not ideal. Meanwhile, Tom Gorian still side by side with Kozlowski, and Tom Gorian is the one who takes P3. Tom Gorian right on the tail of that Sauber car now. Tom, has he got the straight line speed though? Oh, it's a bit of a drag race here. Trying to take the section as Angelo takes that position of P8 away from Vapid, and it's side by side in turn 1 here. On top here between these two. Vibes has the inside line so far. Has he been able to defend it? Just about has. Lord James taking P4, and now that is Finn's also going through on Kozlowski as well. Tom Gorian side by side with Vibes as well. Into turn 3, Vibes is round slightly, he's just about saved it, but he's lost a few positions there. Oh, he's contact with Lord James there into turn 4. Quite a few moments of contact there, but nobody's in the wall too hard. Through the castle section. Oh, is that Lord James having a look for P5? It certainly is. Lord James goes through and on to the pit straight. It is going to be DRS open, and it is side by side. Finns takes P6. Angelo's also going to come through as well. Is he going to make it a double as Vibes into the pits, but side by side for what is P6. Angelo round the outside of Finns. Are they to still be battling, as that is a speeding penalty there? I think that was Omar taking P9, but these two are still side by side for P6 as they now head down the back straight and towards turn number 3. Still these two are side by side, and who's going to come out on top here? Finns has the inside line. Can he make that his advantage? And Finns takes that P6 position here. See if these drivers make any overtakes. And keep an eye on all this time. Oh, into the wall goes JB there. And is Tari going to go for it? Oh, it's wide, and Tari is indeed going to go side by side, and Tari takes that P5 position, but Tom within 2/10 of the lead and side by side, and Tom takes the lead away from Verklempt there as Kozlowski side by side he goes, and he's taken that P2 position. It is side by side for P4 as well. Lord James overtaking Scott into P1 there. Tari as well, does he? He does indeed. As we have a look once again, side by side goes Kozlowski for the lead. He does indeed take that away from Tom. Tom Gorian though is with Kozlowski once again. He's going to try and retake the lead into turn 3, and he certainly does that as Scott going side by side with Lord James. These two battling. Oh, Lord James has been spun around. Is there damage on that Ferrari car? We're about to head on to the second half of the race, but Kozlowski very much in the slipstream of Tom Gorian here, and they side by side once again. Kozlowski taking the lead once again into turn number 1, but Scott is very close to the back of his teammate for this evening, and the two Aston Martin cars side by side. It's also side by side for the lead. Tom Gorian side by side as well. He has taken the lead once again, and it is a fastest lap there from Scott as he's up to P3 now as well, and is now right on the tail of Kozlowski. He's going to see if he can make a move into turn 2. He has gone for it. Has he made it stick though? As they still go side by side, and Scott has indeed made it work into turn 2 there. He's got the DRS of course, and now Verklempt has taken P3. Kozlowski down to P4 as Lord James takes P10 for the back. Finns on the inside of Kozlowski. Kozlowski down to P5 from what I believe was P1 when the pit straight had started there, so he's lost a lot of positions in a few corners time there. However though, it's DRS open for Scott. He's in the slipstream. Finns is going for the move for P3. Can he make that stick? Yes he can. Tom Gorian down to P2. Scott taking the lead of this race now. Finns seeing if he can get in on the action in the battle for P2. And it's now going to be nose to tail through turn number 2. And it's going to be Scott this time without the DRS. That's a yellow flag. Sector 3, that's Tier C. Deton had some sort of issue, but it's side by side for P2, Tom Gorian and Finns. Tom is able to defend the inside, but Finns has switched it back as Lord James sets the fastest lap. Tom Gorian though, some nice defence so far, but Finns tries to switch once again. He has the outside line into the start of the chicane, but Tom, good defence there from the Mercedes driver. That's Deton having another issue. He's not having a great time of it, as that is JB overtaking Vibes for P11 there. And oh, that was a spin. Tarry has spun around, and I think he's avoided damage, but the top 3 are all within DRS of each other here. And Finns is going to go side by side with Tom for P2. Finns takes the position, and I think side by side for P5 as well. Angelo is going to take that P5 away from the McLaren driver there, but nose to tail for P1, 2 and 3. And DRS wide open for Finns and for Tom. Scott's not got that DRS to defend with. Side by side for the lead. Scott's defending the inside line, but Finns is going to try and switch it, and doesn't quite get the move, but he has had a good exit and on to the next sequence as well. Scott still retains the lead for the moment at least, and it's Omar into the pits. Scott's not going to have much to defend with here, but it is into the slipstream for Finns, opening the DRS, and side by side he goes. Can Tom also get in on the action as well? Tom overtakes as well for P2. Scott down to P3 as Angelo's into the pits for Red Bull. Oh, that's a yellow flag. That's Deton spun around as it's side by side. Omar and Kirby. Omar takes P11. Scott's very close to the back of Tom, and they are side by side now as they head towards the start finish line. Scott taking P2 there in the Aston Martin as for Klempt into the pits for Aston Martin. See what tyre he goes on to. I'd suggest it'll be... oh, it's a front wing change, so has he hit the wall? He must have hit the wall somewhere. Lord James is also in the DRS zone of LTK Tarry. Are they going to go side by side here? They certainly are. Into turn number 3. Who's going to come out on top here? Oh, a bit of a slide from Lord James, and he's not able to pull the move off there. And it's going to be the DRS for Tom. He is right in that slipstream. He's gone side by side, and he's opened that DRS now, and he's taken P2 again here. Is it going to be battling further behind, because Lord James is tucked up behind the back of LTK Tarry, and those two are now going side by side. Lord James takes P6 away from LTK Tarry. Scott in that slipstream once again of Tom Gorian. He opens the DRS, does Scott, and they are side by side once again. Scott this time retaking that P2 position as they head into turn 1. We can see that 5-second gap now for the lead of the race here at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Is Tom going to be able to answer this time into turn 3? He's going to have a bit of a look, but it's not quite enough. It's Lesko and the 2 Ferrari drivers battling away for P4 here. Tom's also got the... oh, it's a switch from the 2 Ferrari drivers. So Vapid letting his teammate through there. And we're going to see any moves into turn 1. Going to go to the battle for P2. Tom Gorian takes P2 away from Scott once again. Lord James now opens his DRS, and now he goes side by side for P4. His Lesko dropping down to P5. Is Vapid going to be able to get in on the action as well? Not quite into turn 1 there, but how are the exits going to be? of the three drivers. Tom Gordian retains P2 through turn 3, but it's side by side for P5. Vapid side by side with Kozlezko here, and Vapid's got the inside line in the Ferrari. Is Kozlezko going to be able to swoop around the outside? But he's not been able to defend the position. Vapid up to P5 now. Kirby and Omar side by side into turn 1. Who's going to come out on top here? Oh, they've made contact. Oh, Omar stays out the wall. As oh, that's a spin from Kozlezko. Kozlezko spun around. He's going to lose positions here. How many is he going to lose? He's lost P8 to Verklempt. Kozlezko down into P9 after that spin. Battle for P2. Scott has taken P2 away from Tom Gordian. DRS Open once again. Is Tom going to be able to make a move? Are they going to go side by side? Tom's having a look, but it's not quite enough for the Mercedes. That is Vibes making a bit of a mistake there in P13 there. Fins has done his last braking of the race. He is going to win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. He does the weaving down the straight, and it is going to be race victory for Fins here in Azerbaijan. Who's going to take second place though? Scott's not got DRS. Tom in the DRS. Who is going to take P2? Oh, it's very close indeed. It's 14 thousandths and Scott just takes it. Lord James takes P4. Vapid's under pressure for P5. Is he from LTK Tari? But Vapid takes the P5 position. Tari P6. Angelo in P7. Verklempt will cross the line in P8 there. And Kozlezko here now in P9 across the line.